Welcome back to Z-Man's EDC. Come on in and join me. Any newcomers, you're more than welcome to check it out, see what we're doing today. All you guys that have been here before, welcome back. We're going to be looking at the EMPEDC Thick Boy. So this is from John over at EMPEDC. This is his second knife he's ever designed. We're going to do a full overview and review of this one today. I tell you right now, I love this knife. It is fantastic, and a lot of you already know I love his first design very much as well, the EMPEDC Nimble. But we're going to dive right into this guy, take a look at it. So let's do it. So as you can see, it's got wonderful natural canvas micarta scales on here. John was awesome and sent me over, hooked me up with a couple other sets of scales for it that I can swap out as I want to. So you might see some pictures in the near future with me swapping scales. But they got this natural canvas micarta that's just beautiful, great texture. Got the similar kind of clip to the Nimble. You're kind of keeping the design language the same as far as the clip, which is cool. I don't know if I got that all the way in the frame. Pay attention, Zach. There we go. You guys can kind of see this resemblance there in the clip. You got the same kind of cutout, so he's definitely got his design language in there. You can definitely, know who it's from, right? You got his same pivot collar with his little emblem on there. Love the dripping on the back here. Love the dripping on the blade. We got a bolster lock on this guy. There's a steel lock insert. This is titanium bolster. You can see there, I got number 147. This blade is S35VN, which is not marked on the blade. He always does very clean billboarding, which I love. And this knife is just beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. And it fires right out. It does not take much effort. It drops smoothly shut. I mean, I can very seldom fail this thing. It is just ridiculous. It just snaps out of there. And it is so smooth. Oh god, it's so good. It is so good. I love this thing. I fidget with this thing, if not more as much as the Nimble, because it's just the weight of that blade. Yeah, so good, guys. It is. Those of you that got one of these, you know what I'm talking about. Those of you that didn't get one of these, if you get a chance to in the future, definitely worth it. I think these were running about $315 was the price, but for me, it was worth every penny. That's just my opinion, but I think the quality of work and what it is was worth every little bit of it. He calls it a worn cleaver blade. I would say it's just more of a cleaver. The ergos on this guy are fantastic. Little tight on choking back. Kind of squeeze the fingers in there a little bit, but that's alright. It's not so uncomfortable I can't stand it. You don't really feel the clip any. Great jimping up here, but then you can choke up into this choil, and that's where I really like to live. I love being up here in this choil. Nice cutting edge. And even sometimes I'll just choke up a little bit and just put my finger on that little nub there, and that's even comfortable to me. Doesn't bother me any there. I tell you what, guys, this thing is so sharp. It is a laser beam. It goes right through paper. It goes right through cardboard. It goes right through, you name it. It'll cut it. It is ridiculously sharp. It is insane how sharp this thing is. This is like an old note from something. Oh, going gear EDC, which I haven't gotten in a long time, so that's fine. But look. Oops. There we go. Yeah. It's sharp. It'll slice. I've done that so many times because it's just so much fun to do with it. So she's a sharp one, guys. But yeah, this thing, I could just sit here and just the closing action on this is so satisfying because it's just so hydraulically smooth. Like and make sure you get your fingers out of the way because it'll definitely get you. So good. All right, I can ramble on about that forever though. So let's get to some size comparisons. Do that there. So we have the pair of 2, or the pair of 3, sorry. This one's the pair of 2. Okay, so you guys got a good comparison idea there. Similar overall handle length to the pair of 3. Similar overall blade length. Definitely shorter cutting edge though. As you saw earlier, size comparison to its brother, the Nimble. Pretty similar overall size. There. We got the Rat 2. And we'll throw in the USB Penguin. Kind of give you a double sandwich there. And then we got the Benchmade Bug Out. And the Hogue Deca. Also kind of comparison ones there for you. Now something that I've noticed on this, guys, is he calls it the thick boy, but really, oh, that was the other one. Hold on, I knew I was missing one. And we got the Civivi Elementum there for you guys. There we go. So there's a good size comparison there. But anyways, so he was calling it the thick boy. But one of the things I noticed, and actually we'll keep this one out here for just a minute, is it's not really that thick when you look at it in this aspect, right? Like, yeah, it's a little bit thicker than the Elementum maybe, but it's not so thick this way that you can't stand it, right? Like, here, let's look at the pair of 3, and this has got different, not original scales on it, but still, it's not so thick that it's ridiculous that way. Honestly, if it's thick in any way, it's thick this way in the blade, right? So it's kind of a fun, silly name, but it's really not that thick, if that makes sense. So don't let that scare you as far as carryability. It carries great in the pocket. I enjoy carrying this knife. It's definitely thick, you know, this way, if you want to compare carryability to that, right? So, you know, a profile of how thick it is that way. Let's get it. There we go. It's about the same as the pair of 3, right? Except for just a little more pointy down this end. So kind of give you an idea there. So let's do some measurements. Let's grab the tape measure. So we have about 3.5 inches overall blade length. No, about 3 1/4. Sorry, don't need to learn how to read tape measure. About 3 1/4 overall inches blade length. And then you have about 2 1/4 of actual blade edge. Good sized choil there. Then you got about 3 3/4 of overall handle length, and probably about just over 3 inches of grip length on the actual handle. And then if you add in that choil, there's quite a bit more. So it's pretty cool as far as measurements there. Let's get a weight on this guy. And if you saw my last review, my scale's battery had died. We got that replaced. So let's do this. Pounds and ounces, perfect. So we got 4.6 ounces. All right. So it's a little bit up there on the weight, but that's okay. It's a big old thick boy slab of S35VN, so I'd expect it to be a little heavy, right? So overall, guys, this knife is fantastic. I love it. It is one of my favorites in my collection by far. I enjoy this thing to the fullest. As I said before, if he does another drop of these in the future and you guys get a chance to grab one and you are interested, I highly recommend it. It's a fantastic knife. He currently, at this time, in the next month or so, he has the XL Nimbles that he will be doing a pre-order on. So if you've been waiting for a bigger version of this small little Nimble, that's coming up here in a few weeks. So keep your eyes and ears open. Watch his Watch his Instagram on at EMPEDC. He updates and posts on Instagram all the time. That's usually how he updates people and what's going on. And then shortly thereafter, he will be doing a liner lock nimble with some micarta, and I am excited for that one as well. But he's doing awesome things. I love what he's doing. QSP, OEM the nimble, fantastic. Best Tech, OEM this guy, they did fantastic as well. Just a great knife. They dialed it in. Look awesome fit and finish. Fantastic. But with all that being said, we're going to wrap it up. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Without further ado, I will catch you guys in the next one. You stay safe and stay sharp.